Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I am so glad you're here. We have so much to talk about. You guys, in the madness that was Nigeria, yeah, I'm ready to move on from that too, but they just keep doing crazy things, so we got to talk about it. But during that time, I had recorded another video that kept getting pushed back because of, again, talking about all the crazy things in Nigeria. Hello, side boob at school. Anyway, during that time, I'd record another video about Harry's visit, what happened in London. I wanted you to hear the booze. I wanted to talk about that. And I wanted to talk about this incredible article that I found calling out the discount Duchess and the other one. So I want to play that now. I'm just letting you know that it was recorded before Nigeria. That's why I may say, like, they're about to go to Nigeria, something like that in there. So that's why. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for being here. Honk, honk, everyone. Pull up a chair, let's pour some tea and have a conversation. This one's going to be juicy. All right, I have a double episode for you. What am I talking about? Well, I did a live stream last night. We had the best time, and there's a chunk I want you to hear, so I'll tack that on after this stuff I'm about to talk about. But it includes booze for Harry from that event the other day, and just a lot of interesting points brought up by the chat, so I want you to hear that. But first, an article just came out by Maureen Callahan, who is an honorary member of our Drunk Goose Club because she writes hilarious things about Harold and fraud. In this article, she calls Meghan a discount duchess and really lays into the pair of them. So I think you'll get a kick out of this. Let's have a conversation about it and have some laughs, shall we? Happy Friday, everyone. Honkity honk. All right, Maureen Callahan, this is courtesy of Daily Mail, says it's royal revenge. Harry snubbed, alone, and utterly irrelevant. And our discount Duchess, it's the only time you'll hear me to say her title, discount Duchess Meghan, seemingly less popular than Lauren Sanchez. Ouch! I mean, not wrong, but ouch! Oh man, I'm excited to get into this. Let's keep going. Have the royals finally taken their revenge? You know, I gotta say it like that. And if you're new here and you're like, Jen, why are you saying it like that? Well, that's because we read Tom Bower's book, Revenge. And we just started saying it like that, and well, it sticks. I can't say that word without saying it like that. It's the same thing with messy. Having borne the vilest of slurs, insults, accusations, and betrayals out of Camp Montecito with dignified silence for years now, it seems that they have served up with quite elegance the dish best served cold. The chill is felt stateside. Trust. The prodigal Prince Harry meant to take his victory lap in London as his Invictus Games reached the 10-year mark, entered St. Paul's alone while his father and brother held events miles away. The royals, it was announced, would not be seeing Harry this trip, nor would he be welcome to stay in any of the many palaces, castles, or cottages in the king's portfolio? Ha 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 ha. No, King Charles, currently battling cancer, was too busy to carve out a few moments for his son, instead hosting a garden party at Buckingham Palace. Now I'm going to pause it here and say this. I don't love this narrative. I don't think that's right. I don't think... Well, you know what? And good on King Charles if that's what he said. But I don't think it's right of Harry to swan in at his convenience and expect everybody to drop everything. That's not how life works. So I do have issue in general with the media saying Harry's trying to extend an olive branch. No, he's not. It's not his to extend. And it's not up to him to just swan in. Oh, that's too close to goose. To just storm in and to expect everybody to drop everything. That is absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's continue. Of the 30,000 guests invited to that event, Harry did not make the list. Hey, where was my invitation too? Charles, however, did find time to announce within hours of Harry landing in London on Monday that Prince William would be named Colonel-in-Chief of the Army Air Corps, Harry's former regiment, a role long assumed for him. You know what I say to that? Good for King Charles and good for Prince William. And I don't even kind of feel bad for Doofus. Prince William is there putting in the work, doing all the things and preparing to be king. So it absolutely should go to William. There is no chance in hell that Harry should have any part of any of that anymore. As for Prince William, he, of course, also didn't see Harry this week, instead hosting an investiture in Windsor the morning of Harry's Invictus celebration. But again, I say, why should he? Think about all the things that one and that one's wife have done to William's wife, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the way they've treated her and the way they've treated William. There's just no way. No. And the way they've treated their dad, no. I don't blame William at all for this. And I don't like that, again, publications are saying, oh, they didn't make time for Harry. No, they don't have to. Not after the way that Harry's treated all of them. He appears to have made clear his feelings toward Harry, but the stakes are now truly high. Catherine, Princess of Wales, is undergoing chemotherapy for her cancer. The idea that Harry, and by default Meghan, could ever be trusted with any information about her or Charles's health is laughable. Don't forget, after Harry made that whirlwind trip to see Charles after his diagnosis was announced in February, granted an audience of less than 30 minutes for over 22 hours in the air, he turned around and gave an interview to ABC News. Exactly this. You can't trust him. He only does things that benefit himself and his Instagram-loving blank wife. And no. Nope. We've seen over and over he does shit like that. So no. Claims to hate the press, immediately turns around to them. Nope. Did he go into specifics about Charles' diagnosis or treatment? No, but probably because Harry is privy to nothing. That didn't stop him from talking or from presuming that such a catastrophic illness meant all would be forgiven. I think any illness, any sickness brings family together, Harry told ABC's Will Reeve days after the briefest of house calls. I've got other trips planned that would take me through the UK or back to the UK, Harry added. So I'll stop in and see my family as much as I can. How's that working out, Harry? So recall, too, that a well-sourced report in the UK press promptly speculated that Harry would step back in as a part-time working royal against the distinct orders of the late Queen to fill in for Charles and Catherine. The idea was quickly and unequivocally shot down. No way back, well-placed sources told the Mail. The terms of the Sandringham Accord were very clear, a highly placed source said, and nothing that has happened recently, including the king's illness, has changed that. Not a single royal, not even his cousin Zara Tyndale, showed up to support Harry. But again, I don't like how that's worded. It's not that she's not supporting him, it's that he doesn't support any of them. On Wednesday, or was seen with him during his very brief stint in London. I wonder why. His wife, that one, stayed back in America. He was not seen with a single friend. I mean, does he have any of those left? What a lonely existence Harry has conjured for himself, an existential hell of his own making. That's funny. I always say that about his marriage. Enjoy the hell of your own making. In fact, the only relatives to support Harry this trip were his mother's siblings, Diana's sister, Lady Jane Fellows, and her brother Charles. He of the FU eulogy to the royals at Diana's funeral and currently peddling his memoir were present at St. Paul's on Wednesday. This alliance can only further fracture Harry's position. He has no position within the palace. And without the palace, he has nothing to offer. I would just say he has nothing to offer. To quote that legendary South Park episode, wah. What does that mean for old Rachel? That's right, still calling her Rachel. She's drawing an ultra-fine, obscenely priced cashmere shawl over her shoulders, cradling a hot cuppa, wondering what all this bodes for brand Sussex. How is one meant to merchandise sweetmeats and shower gels without the royal halo? To credibly sell, as a friend told Meghan's mouthpiece, Omid, last year, something rooted in her love of details, curating, hosting, Life's simple pleasures and family? Question mark. The lack of self-awareness is jaw-dropping. It's terrifying. Can I underline that? That's what I say constantly. It is terrifying. Really. Delusions that evoke I don't know how to say that. The stuff of Sunset Boulevard and whatever happened to Baby Jane. Someday, in the not too distant future, Meghan risks finding herself rattling around in a dilapidated grandeur, mistress of her own Grey Gardens, muttering about her former glories as a duchess, a basic cable star, and a suitcase girl who suffered on one of America's most popular game shows. Oh, Maureen, how I love you so. This is great. Let's keep going. Perhaps it's already begun. After all, where was our discount Duchess? I love that so much. Hence the thumbnail, discount Duchess. And then I was trying to think of something to go with discount Duchess. And, I tried to come up with, and then I came up with Paltry Prince. I was going to do Poundland Prince, but I ended up with Paltry Prince. I think that fits. Okay, discount Duchess. At the Met Gala? It's a problem when Lauren Sanchez is seen as classier than you, when Cardi B is considered a glam addition to the red carpet, when Anna Wintour, a known monarchist, gives her assent to a porn-filled emirata and all matter of greased-up, half-naked starlets. But not you. It's a problem when the majority of celebrities gifted your numbered jars of jam nestled among bruised lemons, stickers peeling. I love this. Apparently decline to acknowledge your wares on social media. That's my question too. We got 6 postings, something like that. Where are the rest? I think that's really funny. But then again, life's simple pleasures are hard to market when one is otherwise full of complaints and resentment. Oh, I'm sure this is all giving her fodder for her book. After all, could there be a greater representative of family than that one who sat with Oprah, Harry limply next to her, great description of that doofus, and smugly, emphasis on smugly, implied that the royals were the Eastwards who didn't care that she was pregnant and thinking about taking herself out. Fear not, world, because delayed podcasts and dreams deferred will not keep that one down. For Harry's ignominious visit to the UK, she is due to reunite with him in Nigeria on Friday, a 3-day itinerary meant to evoke a royal tour. I just can't stop laughing about that and keep thinking about that awful one they did in New York. Not the car chase, but the other one. It was supposed to be a royal tour, and it's been such a disaster. Years later, people are still finding out horrible details, like charging underprivileged children for the book. Surely this is her moment. I doubt it. Indeed, after she married that one, per her claims of a Lion King's actor's praise for her, people danced in the streets of South Africa. I talked about that in a video again recently. Never not funny to me. Just as they did when Mandela was freed. What could possibly go wrong? Yep, I love Maureen so much. She just so beautifully said all of that. I couldn't agree more. Oh, perfect. Brilliant. I feel the exact same way. I think we're about to be in for a treat of obnoxiousness and over the top and all the other things. Get your bingo cards, ladies. Ready, ladies and gents, goose and ganders. Get your bingo cards ready. It's going to be a shit show. But I think it was so well said, and I'm so glad she covered all that. I love Discount Duchess. But I do think even the idea of Meghan reflecting on that shows, she's giving her too much credit, meaning I don't think Meghan reflects on anything. I think she thinks everything she does is wonderful and amazing, and she never puts a foot wrong, and she's a big old victim and all the things. So, but I think we're in for a treat with this Nigeria visit. Buckle up. I'm here for all of it, and I will be talking about all of it. So stick with me. In the meantime, let's go on, and I want you to hear what we talked about on the live chat last night because it was fun. And listen as we kick it off with this lady booing Harold. Don't let the media fool you. They're reporting like that, people cheered him. They did not. There were boos. There were some cheers, but mostly boos. And we're going to play that for you and talk about just how ridiculous that whole trip was and how he made an ass of himself and the Spencer thing, all that. Somebody threw a very interesting idea at me about what was actually going on with the Spencers. We'll go into that. So thanks so much for being here. And if you joined the live stream, thanks for that. And if you want to, you can still watch that live stream after the fact. Here we go. Here are the boos of Harry. I love it. Yes, all the boos. I love it. She's booing so loudly, loud and clear. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's all join in. Yeah, can we all collectively boo? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boo! I won't yell into my mic, but boo. I thought that was so brilliant and so well done. And I've been so frustrated with the media, and we'll get into that, reporting like, oh, people love Harold and stuff. No, they don't. This is proof. You could hear like 3 cheers and all the loud boo. I thought that was brilliant. So well done, whomever you are. And thank you to Estelle for sharing this. This was great. I love this so much. But I wanted to be there with Stephanie booing loudly. It just didn't work out. But I will be there to boo him at some point. Everybody's booing. Yes, both deserve to be booed into oblivion. I couldn't agree more. I love that you guys are booing in the chat now. That's fantastic. Oh, well, I gotta join the boo party. Hold on. Boo! So, I am actually here live with Harry. Harry, what's your reaction to the boos?
Yes, it just further illustrates that I need more security, because clearly ghosts are out to get me. They are haunting me with their scary, scary noises. I'm haunted. They must be tethered to this world with their unconscious bias against me.
So if you couldn't hear, I know sometimes you guys say you can't hear Jay very well. He said, you're haunted by the ghosts because they're booing. Boo. He thinks they're ghosts. That sounds like something Harry would think. And they're tethered because of unconscious bias. That's brilliant. Thank you, Harry. Everybody's putting ghosts in the emoji in the chat now. Thank you for that. Yeah, what an idiot. So yeah, what does he expect? Only that doofus would expect to show up for a hero's welcome after everything he's done and continued to do, and still not speaking out about the parks and the atrocities, and still not, speaking out about even what his buddies did to Catherine, Princess of Wales, and how they handled that. None of that. Nope. It's all about him. And of course he shows up and expects a round of applause for being an asshole. No thanks. Okay, so I did shout out Estelle. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Oh, and I want to show you this. I want to shout out the press office of HRH Riley Dog. That's a great name too. This person, I'm thinking, this person points out that Dum Dum brought his lawyer with him, David Sherborne. So his lawyer was there at the Invictus thing at St. Paul's. What in the actual blank is going on? Why is Doofus bringing his lawyer? What am I thinking? I can ask Doofus because he's right here next to me. Hey, Harry, why did you bring your lawyer to the Invictus games? Or the Invictus, whatever, at St. Paul's?
Because I keep hearing these ghosts everywhere. I may have to sue these ghosts back to hell with their unhaunted bias.
So in case you couldn't hear that, he said he wanted to sue the ghosts back to hell. Thank you, Harry, for that. Also, he's suing because his King Paw didn't put out a birthday horse for him, so he's very upset. But yeah, he brought his lawyer with him because sure, why not? What a weirdo. Yeah, he's just so many people to sue, so he just brings his lawyer with him. I told Jay as soon as I saw that, I was like, that freak show brought his lawyer with him to the Invictus event. He should have his lawyer at home with him because, he and Meghan are going to separate. It's going to get real ugly and might need a lawyer for that. So, goodness, he's lost all his friends. Exactly. So the only people he can get to support him are paid. Speaking of which, I saw that the Evening Standard had this cartoon posted. I went to London and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Harry out in the cold with his pouty, whiny bitch face and selfie stick. Mystified, friend of the show. If you haven't followed Mystify, follow her on Twitter. She is saying, they're not even looking at him. He's adopted Meghan's rictus grin. Meaningless, fake, inappropriate smile. Look at the faces of everybody and then look at Doofus here putting out his hand. Jay has not seen this photo. Jay, what's your first reaction to this?
Oh, hey, guys.
Yeah, that's wow. Talk about a snub.
Oh, they're just joking.
Yeah.
We're friends.
They're probably ghosts too, haunted by the booze. Yeah, nah, that's pretty. That's a pretty. Yeah, very telling. That's a really good photo. It's just like it might as well be a middle finger up in his face.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because think about it. If Prince William was there, they would not be facing away from him. He would commit, you know what I mean? Like his presence would have their full respect and full attention. You wouldn't be looking out the doorway as he's trying to shake your hand, you know? Okay, so let's talk about the Spencer family because I'm very confused by it too. And I thought I had a picture of it. I don't. I had the most brilliant person, and I don't know if you want your name shouted out or not, so I'll just call you Bermuda. Bermuda, if you're here, thank you for this. I want to give you full credit. Bermuda messaged me right before I jumped on this live and said her theory, and who knows, it's just a theory, is they're basically using each other. He's using the Spencers to try to stay relevant. They're using him to try to stay relevant. And she, again, this is all hypothetical, and we're just guessing here. She wondered if maybe he made a deal to cut them into some more money if they publicly like stood by him. So I was like, oh, now that's an interesting theory I really hadn't thought about. So I'm very curious to see where that goes. Honestly, I don't put too much stock into it. I just don't, because I don't understand. I don't know how you still support that guy. I really don't. After everything he's done, I don't. So, and then other people have said that, and I really haven't, to be totally honest. I have very much, of course, followed Harry and Meghan and, you know, King Charles and everybody else, but I really haven't followed the Spencers. Some people had alleged, and again, I haven't kept up, so I'm just repeating speculation, that he didn't have the best relationship with Diana, and that maybe it's like, again, trying to ride some coattails, something like that. The Spencer and maybe that's why he and Harold are pairing up. I don't know. It's probably all the above. That would be my. Let's see. There's another Mystified thing I wanted to share. It was this right here. Mystified posted this. Prince Harry sends message to the royal family for intentionally leaking the busy UK schedule. Yes. That he uses PR to create disinformation. We got it. F.O. Harry. Again, love Mystified. Yeah, it makes me sick. It really does. I've been feeling so strongly about it. I usually really, with Harold, I find him so stupid and so boring. It's hard to even, I don't know what the word is, get it up to talk about him. But in this case, I will, because he is absolutely doing that. And I thought Mystified made a great point. He is using the press that he pretends to hate to try to further smear, in my opinion, the royal family, aka Charles, King Charles, by leaking stuff like this. I mean, I think about that last time, that few minutes long meeting he had, and then he immediately, again allegedly, ran to the press and was like hinting around about stuff. So I mean, he does this all the time. It's not a shock. They freaking call backgrid on themselves. But yeah, I think he was definitely doing it to play victim further and to try to get more attention on himself and to make King Charles look bad. Prick. I mean, I saw these stupid ass, what are we calling them? Lemon rats. Thank you again, Angela, for that. We saw the stupid ass lemon rats posting things like, how dare, or even the media saying King Charles not seeing Harry. I'm like, that prick just can't, like, he just shows up for these things. He expects everybody to drop everything, and when they don't, he plays victim. I mean, Charles is the king. He's got stuff to do. And if they had a good relationship, I'm sure he'd say, you know, come on, my boy, come spend time with me. But they don't. It's not a secret. Harry makes it public all the time. So what does he expect? He expects applause and a hero's welcome, I guess.